Rockets general manager Daryl Morey went on Dan Patrick's radio show this morning and was asked which player is the greatest of all time. This is an interesting conversation. Here's what he had to say, folks.
You just look at his ability to generate wins and championship probability over time, and you basically break that down. And obviously, you don't need all the numbers. You can watch as well and see that. But if you basically isolate that and also look at the career he's had, frankly, I think it's at this point it's become a bit of a big margin actually, where he's come out ahead. I know that's a little controversial.
It's a little controversial, but he is a numbers guy, so I understand why he said that. We got George here, and we're going to turn it over to you, and then we'll give it to Royce. Let's just talk about it. We've all seen LeBron play in person.
Yes.
I don't think that has anything to do with whether or not it's the eye test, but he mentioned the eye test. Do you think that he is the best player of all time by a lot, considering numbers?
By a lot, no, okay? But by the numbers, he is. But by the eye test, what I would say is this, is that
over there?
Every player, every generation gets bigger, stronger, faster, and LeBron is the epitome of that, right? And to me, they're so close that you need a tiebreaker. And when I look at LeBron, obviously beyond just evolution of the player, I look at what he does defensively. He can guard all 5 positions in the NBA. I've seen him do it with my own 2 eyes.
You've seen that?
I have seen
with your own 2 eyes.
Correct. I never saw Michael do that, and I don't think Michael is capable of doing that based on his size and stature. So when we're looking for a tiebreaker, to me, that's the edge that LeBron will always have over Michael. And I know people will yell rings, but to me, that's where I stand on it.
I'm going to steal a line from our friend Ethan Strauss, who we just did the jump with. If you're talking probability, Michael Jordan's 6 out of 6. Yeah. That's 100% here.
So is Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
All right, but okay, look, to me, it's MJ. I grew up on MJ. I think it's MJ. You're not ever going to really change my mind on that. All the things, I was kind of with Daryl Morey on a lot of that. He's making a good case, but then he says by a lot, and then I can't go that far.
Then you're like, okay, I'm done
with you. That's too far.
But numbers-wise, is it by a lot? If we're not talking 6 for 6.
It depends.
Everything but that.
It depends on what you want to craft your narrative to. What kind of numbers you want to use. If you put a priority on scoring, well, then it's Kareem. If you want to put a title or you want to put it on championships, then it's Bill Russell. So you can shade it to whichever way you want. This is a generational debate. It depends on who you grew up watching, who you grew up rooting for. This is also a geographical debate.
Right.
Some people on the West Coast are going to lean a guy, East Coast are going to lean a guy.
That is so
and I
smart.
think that from an efficiency standpoint, which I think is what Daryl may have been referring to, it's LeBron by a mile. That's where he's got Michael, is the efficiency. I mean, LeBron shot, I think it was almost 55% one of those years in Miami. So, Michael had some great performances, but LeBron, I believe that year also shot close to 40% from 3 that year.
I think this is what trips up LeBron every single time.
Tell me.
5 seconds left, you roll the ball to a player, you got to win to save your life. Who are you giving the ball to?
I might give it to LeBron.
You might give it to LeBron?
Because he'll make the right play every time.
See, I think Michael Jordan assumes he's the right player every time.
He wasn't ready for that response from you. You guys threw him off.
He says,
do you remember that shot against the Raptors? That's literally the situation.
When you talk about the eyeball test, I believe more people than not, and even though I think LeBron's the best player of all time, I understand why people hesitate with that. It's because of that scenario. For whatever reason, the eyeball test tells you when it's that time in the game, LeBron's going to make the right play. Michael Jordan's going to assume he is the right play.
I just want to.
That's a big difference right there in terms of the eyeball test.
We got to move on, but we got to end with what Royce said. It's subjective, generational, and geographical. I think at the end of the day, that's why this debate.
There's no right answer, and that's why it's fun to talk about.
You should say Kareem.
Again, I'm not.
Is she old?
I didn't. No, he's talking about a Laker.
No,
he's
she's
a Laker.
Laker.
Yeah.
And
you're not a real Laker fan. You're
a phony Laker fan. She just
exposed you right there.
Omarosa on you.
Omarosa on you.
You're not a real Milwaukee Bucks fan.